Okay. I actually hop back in, so I'm gonna play a little bit more. And get a little bit more time. I also saw some stuff that I didn't know was a thing, and so now I'm kind of curious to see what it looks like because um, there's stuff in the update that even I don't know about yet. There's so much stuff. Okay, interesting. So there's a thing to do with genetics and having genes that you can then pass on to your offspring and that your offspring will have. So, yay for eugenics, I guess. But it is interesting because uh, if they have traits, you may be able to pass those on. Like, I saw some pretty unique stuff. It looks like these colonists all have just genetic traits, skin color and hair color. Um, Interesting. So yeah, this is new. This is new to me. Baseliner, just naturally evolved human with no significant genetic modifications. They're baseliners. Okay. Um, but that also is interesting for, I suppose. Where's that feral woman? That pig woman, Squealer. Interesting. Okay, so she's got. Oh, look at this. Okay, so she has strong immunity, reduced pain, pig ears, just pig voice. Carries a squealing voice like that of a pig. Hulk body, large bodies. I bet that means they can carry shit. Like, they probably have a greater carry capacity. They're just larger. Uh, Dark black hair. Okay. Skin color. Strong stomach. Robust digestion. Nearsighted. Trotter hands. Interesting. Uh, so, yeah, it reduces their ability to manipulate objects. So they wouldn't be good at fine motor skills. Pig nose. For cooking. Probably having to do with those hands. So it's, they could change everything, but not those hands. They had to keep the hands. That's funny. Yeah, I saw some stuff about the genetics, and I wanted to take another peek. This is just one of the new systems that they introduced. It's so cool. This is another one having to do with the mechanoids. Passing near the remains of an ancient exostrider mechanoid, Glenn noticed an intact transponder inside. If you can get the transponder, you could read valuable information from it. The massive mech is smashed and fused into a solid piece. You must destroy it to retrieve it, so it's like a black box. Be careful. It also looks unstable. It will likely detonate. Okay, well, we can destroy it and get the transponder, and I'm pretty sure that transponder has to do with controlling the mechanoids, which are like robotic people-ish. Ooh, was that lightning? That was lightning. Okay. You gotta be careful of lightning when it strikes things with electricity. It'll be like, if it hits your batteries will explode. It can overcharge your batteries, blow them up. Start fires. Thankfully, it's usually raining when it's thundering, but sometimes it's not. And if it's not, even if it's gonna work. Okay, pause for a moment while I explain this. So firefight. It's at the front, so it's gonna be the highest priority. Anyone that can firefight should. I'm gonna set that as a priority. Now, they will only fight fires within the home area. This is the current home area, and it follows kind of where you build stuff. You know, you can see where we've built stuff or where we've made stockpile zones. It builds like an automatically created a home area around it. But if you have a fire that's not in your home area, your colonists will not react to it. So even if you have a fire that's like right here, until it gets into one of these tiles, they won't do anything about it. So, I'm going to expand the home area to include a decent radius of the colony, so that in the foresight of there being a fire, look, there's a fire over there. In the foresight of there being a fire that I don't notice, but it makes its way close to one of my buildings, they will put it out. Otherwise, if it's not in the home area, they won't. Simple as that. I love the music in this game. So a fire did blast. Look at this. Okay, so this fire is kind of far away. It's going to keep going, and it's burning really hot, actually. Oh no, we got another raid, and there's a fire going on. Okay, no big deal. We'll be fine. Let's not panic about the fire for now. It's outside of the area. Let's check where the home zone is. Home area. So until it hits this area, they're not going to react to it. And let's see what this raid is. It's early on, so it's probably just one or two people. One person. It's Rosatite. Rosatite. Alright. Quarry worker. Child star. It was a TV child star, child actor, and then they worked in a quarry. It's definitely one of those riches to rags stories. That's funny. Poor guy. He's got social skills. He's really good at mining. Oh, goodness, you guys. We found our miner. He's a dirt mole person, though. Okay, so dirt mole people. Here, can I... Dirt mole people. So they have gray skin, adapted to artificial light. They don't want to be outside. Dark spaces, they thrive in cramped and dark spaces where combat and travel happen over short distances. They are naturals at digging and navigating complex tunnel structures. In the open, they suffer from a sensitivity to light, slow speed, poor eyesight. God. And they sent him to come raid me? What? Intense UV sensitivity has no cover. What's his gear? He doesn't even have a hat on. He's got a t-shirt and some leather pants. Honestly, I could just build a box around him, and so long he was outside in the sunlight, the sun would do my job for me. Idiot. What are you doing here? Okay, well, these guys are just gonna get knocked out. Yeah, I'm gonna conscript him. I need him for his mining ability. That's awesome. And we're just gonna use him to mine and just have him mine inside, and he'll just never leave. We'll just set him up inside because we need mining. So we're gonna... we probably have time to build another bed for the prisoner. That's gonna be Glenn. He's hunting, it sounds like, shooting at some monkeys. Oh goodness, there's a fire down here too. Man, I need it to rain. Expand home area real quick. So I'm just gonna expand the home area, and ooh, look! Suddenly there's an alert that there's a fire. The other two might come down here as well, since it is a top priority to put out fires. And now there's a fire in the, quote, home area. That fire's not getting any better. Oh gosh. And this herd of boomalope, they're dumb enough, if they run into the fire and catch on fire, they will explode and create more fire. Alright, well, Glenn's gone back to hunting, so I guess the fire has moved outside of the zone I built. Yep, see. So there's a little bit of fire left. So here's a tip too for fires. If you just need to put them out, draft everybody, have them run to one area near the fire, and then undraft them. Don't put them too close to the fire because it can engulf the colonists and they'll catch on fire. And then they'll start panicking, and yeah, try and put them at an edge where the fire is lower and have them work their way in, as opposed to going to like one of the hottest edges where there's big flames and trying to fight it that way, because then they'll just run in and the fire will wrap around them and they will catch on fire and they will run away on fire screaming. Oh good, thank God it's fucking raining. Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, everyone is over here-ish. Let's go ahead and draft them and collect everybody here. And we're gonna go take down Rosatite. And I'm gonna make a save. Capture the miner. With an ER. And let's go get them, because we don't have anyone that can mine. And that's gonna help us out a lot. Glenn did not get that bed made, so let's just go ahead and do this for the time being. Sleeping spot. And the nice thing about sleeping spots is they don't even take time to deconstruct. They just vanish when you deconstruct them. They're like an assigned area. Alright, got everybody running over. Who's packing heat? Because everyone has to drop their weapons. Okay. So, gear. Okay. I'm gonna have everyone drop their weapons here, and then it's really important that I remember to have them pick them up when they're done. Because I absolutely am guilty of leaving weapons out in the middle of nowhere, and then just, they just disintegrate. They deteriorate over time. Just out of curiosity, she's got 3 in melee, and she's got a steel club at 38%. So steel is decent. It's going to do some damage. It's not a wooden club. Alright guys, Melee attack her. And hopefully we can just punch her to the point where she gets knocked out. And... oh no. She already got Stin knocked down. Oh no, she got Ari. You might have to step it up a little bit. Nope, we got her. Okay. Well, this sucks. 2 of my colonists are knocked out. Stin is mad hurt. What happened to Stin? Jeez. He's got malnutrition, 2 bruises to the spine and the torso from the club. He took the brunt of that. Ari is down. He may not make it. I might have to restart that fight, because that fight didn't go our way at all. Stin got his butt kicked. Alright, Glenn. Drop off the prisoner, because I need you to go back and rescue the others. Oh, he's unwavering? Great. I didn't even notice that. That would have changed a lot of things. So, one of our prisoners is unwavering. And I did not see that. And that is... where? Here. Unwaveringly loyal. So, I cannot recruit this person. Oh, it's a he. Whatever. It's Fred Rosatite. Thought it was just a Rosa name. Anyway, I always screw that up. Anyway, that changes things because he can't be recruited. At best, I can give him away to the Civilization faction as a gift, but I can't recruit him. That sucks. That changes everything. I can't use him as a healer. My colonists took huge hits. Ari's bored. She's knocked out. She's bored, laying on the ground, injured, unable to walk. Glenn's taking the long way around to drop off. Why did you do that? Why would you walk all the way around? Alright, and then go get Ari, because she's down. I'm going to allow these. Oh, Ari was up for a moment and then back down. And she's up? Nope, she's down. Glenn, go get her. God damn it. Pebbles is having a medical emergency? What, probably starvation. Yeah. God damn it. Okay. Alright. We'll get through it. I speed it up just to get them back, and then I need to choose my moves carefully, because I need Ari up so that she can start healing Stin, so that we can get them on healing, and then I need berries harvested ASAP. Oh, people are gonna die. Colonist needs a rescue. Glenn's down now? Oh, God. This has gone so well. Stin can't walk. No one can walk. None of my colonists can walk. Who's Simon? Where did this guy come from? Man in black. Sensing trouble. A mysterious man in black has arrived. It's Ari's brother. Just showed up out of nowhere because things went to shit. And he came in like a silver knight. What is his bio? He's really good at shooting? He's a body purist? Great. Whatever. So he doesn't like modifications. aesthetic or otherwise. He's trigger happy, great. So he'll shoot at people. He shoots faster. Great memory. He's incapable of intellectual stuff. He has cooking ability, good. Animal ability, that's good. Shooting is really good at. Skill level 16, he's a region known master. Starting at 16 with a double level of interest. This guy's going to be a shooting monster. I wonder if he's going to join us. Or if he's just here temporarily. I don't know what just happened because he just showed up. I wonder if it's a mechanic because the game realized that literally everyone was unable to walk. What are you doing, Simon? He's up here like I can control him like one of my colonists. He's hunting a monkey. Okay, well, I need you to rescue people. Probably Glenn and then your sister. Alright, now rescue Ari. That was wild. So Man in Black shows up. It's interesting. Sensing trouble. Will he be able to set things right in these parts? He has a relationship and he's already... That's crazy. Wow, this game just always surprises me. And yeah, he's wardening too. What's our prisoner's health? Oh, she's hurt. He's hurt. This is the one that we can't recruit. Does he have any medical ability, I wonder? Simon? Bio. No. Little bit. How bad is Ari off? What's her health like? Some bruises. Cannot romance. I hope not. Incestuous. Yeah. Good. Cannot prioritize. Not assigned to doctoring. Okay. Simon. There's doctor. Okay. We're just going to set it to 4, which is the minimum. Medical emergency. Pebbles and Glenn. Glenn's medical emergency is malnutrition. Yikes. Okay. Simon, I need you to tend to Ari. We need to get her mobile. And is he on plants at all? Grow would be harvest, so we'll put him on growing. So he can hopefully do some harvesting. The problem is that if they have really low to no skill, they can botch the harvest and ruin our opportunity at getting anything out of it. Glenn died. God dang it. Go back to the autosave. Hopefully we get to keep our Man in Black. I feel bad about Glenn. It's twice now he's died from malnutrition. We keep running out of food. Oh, Man in Black isn't here. He tried to save us. But Glenn died. That's such a bad situation. Oh. You know what? We're gonna go back to... We were gonna capture this guy. But now finding out that he can't be recruited. I think we're just going to... melee attack him, but melee attack him with the weapons that they have. So they actually have weapons instead of just using their fists. And that guy's got a knife, too. Stin's got a blade. So we're just gonna go get him. Stin just ran in there, Jesus. Stay with the group. Oh! Glenn comes out with the rifle and one-taps him. Jeez. And that's the end of that. Alright, well, that changed the story up. That was interesting. One version was there was the man in black who showed up, who tried to save us, but Glenn still died from malnutrition. And then there's the story where instead of them fighting off this guy with their hands and all getting injured severely, they just executed him. Alright, well, the colony survives. We move on. I'm not a purist. I'll roll back my saves. I try not to let my main colonist die off that I started with. But we still need to sort out our food situation, because our food situation is dire. So make sure we've got all of the stuff that's nearby getting harvested. Okay. Glenn's hunting the monkey. And I need to remember, because the animals are just deteriorating, they're not even getting turned into meat. So, butcher table, you need to add a bill to... Production areas need bills in order to produce stuff. So, this bill is going to be butcher creature. And since we are going to consistently be getting animals... what we're going to do is do forever. And this means that anytime there's an animal to be butchered, they're going to do it. They're just always going to butcher creatures. It's a forever bill. The bill is to always butcher the animals, as opposed to over here, where we're going to add the bill. These are all the sort of cooking recipes that we have right now. Baby food is new. That's interesting. Simple meal. And I'm going to do until you have X. So that means we'll have a stockpile. Do until you have this number stockpiled up, and I'm going to do 20. So, do until you have X. You could do X times. That would be so, and then instead of, then they would do it 20 times and then stop. And this bill would close. It would be done. Do until you have X will stay until there's 20 items in there. And then, as soon as someone takes one of the items out and we have less than 20, it will reactivate the bill, and Cook Simple Meal will start up again. So, do until you have X is a good thing for food, for meals. And it's good to always have a stockpile. I'm just setting it to 20 for now because we have, hypothetically, 5 mouths to feed. Harvested. We need to get food out here. So Stin, you are getting pulled out of bed to go work. Sorry, buddy, but this needs to get done. We're gonna start losing more people. he's sleeping. One thing I can do to sort of prompt him is to draft him, and then undraft him. Oh, he's just going right back to sleep, though. He doesn't care. He's tired. There, now he's up. You went back to bed? I need you to get after this. Seriously. Kind of a no-joke time, Stin. Get your butt up, get in gear. Some steel. Good. Okay. And the potatoes are 83% grown, so I'm going to go ahead and actually just... You can early harvest stuff. You'll get a lesser yield out of your crop, but you can do it. I'm just going to take one row out just to sort of buffer a bit. And I'm going to check to see who's on cooking, which is Stin as well, unfortunately. Stin's got a lot to do. Stin's throwing a party. That's awful timing, man. Why would you do that right now? So they'll do this. They throw parties, and that's just them being their personality, whatever. Periodically they get excited. They're like, I'm gonna throw a shindig. And they'll pick a spot. You can assign a party spot. I haven't assigned a party spot, so they're just gonna have it wherever they're gonna have it, I guess. Usually it's indoors, but they'll gather, and if the party goes well, they'll get a mood boost. They'll feel good for a while. They attended a fun party. If it goes bad, it can have the opposite reaction. They can actually have a bad time, and they had a bad experience at the party, and it ruined their mood, and it can last a little bit. So it can go either way. It's just something they do. I don't know, it's silly. It's silly stuff. But yeah, if I was to help them do it, it would be under, what, miscellaneous? Yeah, party spot. And you can set a party spot. There. That's where the party spot is, if they're gonna hold parties. For now. This is all gonna change. This is all very basic, rudimentary, early stuff. This is just so that I can survive and get these guys to survive enough to get my crops going. And I am a little embarrassed that I had to restart a couple of times losing Glenn, but I also have not played this game and recorded it and talked while I've been playing it before, so that's a new challenge for me. So, oh, good, steel. So meteorites will occasionally land in your area, and they will look just like this, just mounds of like what mountains would look like. But sometimes they can contain all kinds of different minerals. I've had gold meteorites drop where they're just solid chunks of gold that fell from the sky. Jade, sometimes they're just a kind of rock. In this case, it's steel, which is good because we need it. We don't have a lot of steel on the map. Glenn's still out there shooting his monkeys. Trying to, anyway. So, we've gotten some meals made. You can see our bill now, 4 of 20 have been made. And the potatoes should be, yeah, 96%, so they'll be done by tomorrow. And then as soon as they harvest, so long as sowing is turned on for that growing area, they will re-sow it, and it will go from there. And we might want to go ahead and make another potato patch. Just so that, yeah, I'm worried about the amount of food we have. So, always keep that in mind. You got to get crops going as soon as possible. Malnutrition, running out of food, starvation is probably the #1 reason I died in the beginning, and as you saw when I wasn't paying attention, my guys died really easily. That's also why it's good in the beginning when you were looking at the world and picking the tile that's generating the whole planet. When you were picking out your tiles, and it was giving you the info, you wanted to make sure that it had forage ability here. So that's something to keep in mind. If there's no forage ability, so there's some agave here in the arid shrubland, there's pollution 0%, forage ability 50%. I'm trying to find an area that doesn't have any forage ability. Most places do, it looks like, on this planet. Down here, yeah, down here in the on the polar cap, no forage ability. But that's just something you want to keep in mind, is can you forage for food if you really, really need it? You can see on the right hand side over here our temperature meter. While I'm inside, you see the temperature indoors is now 41, 42. It's moving around quite a bit. Has to do with them opening and closing the door so much. Also has to do with the fluctuating temperature, but outdoors it's 70 degrees, indoors we're at 36. So that's refrigerated. If we click on our food, you can see here it says refrigerated spoils in this amount of time. I have our target temperature set to 32 degrees, which would be freezing, but that's not good enough. It's not getting there. Having to do with them opening and closing the door, outside temperature, a number of factors. This room isn't really set up as a good refrigerator. It's made out of wood. A number of things are going on there. So I'm going to drop the temperature, target temperature down to 26 degrees and see what that gets us internally. To 26 without anyone opening and closing the door. So it looks like with people not opening and closing the door, it maintains the temperature pretty good. Bump it up to 28. So if we keep it at 30, there we go. Hitting 32. I'm going to drop it down just to be safe. 28 degrees is the target temperature. Now, if we click on it, you see potatoes are frozen. They will not spoil. Monkey meat won't spoil. You don't have to keep your medicine refrigerated, but you can. Obviously, you probably wouldn't want to freeze your medicine. This game doesn't care if you freeze your medicine. I haven't had issues with it. But you do want to keep your medicine stored in a roof area, climate controlled to some degree. I don't know if it needs to be climate controlled, but because obviously it doesn't matter if it freezes, and I don't think it matters if it gets really hot either. But you want to keep it roofed under a roof. Okay. So I'm noticing that Ari's doing some cleaning, which isn't bad. It's good that she's cleaning because dirty areas stress everybody out, and she's managing that. But it also means that she has moved all the way down to this part of the priority list. So as far as like grow, plant cut, stuff like that, can she help with any of these things? Because he's got his hands full. Do we have a research bench yet? We do. Okay. And we were working on batteries. Let's put her on research. Oh, and there's no light in this room. That's going to affect her research. Put a lamp in there. Glenn, what are you doing? I need you to go make a lamp. There we go. Lamp made quickly, and he's back to it. Oh, great. Potatoes are done. Stin's busy doing some cooking. Getting us up to the Bill's number. Now, because Stin is also our grower, and 20 is the sort of, quote, stockpile that I have set up, I'm going to drop that down so that he doesn't have to keep making so many. I'm going to drop that to 16 for now. So now you see that the bill that's in the thing has a deficit, or a surplus, I'm sorry. And so there's 19 out of 16 that's required. So once that goes down, he'll only be required to make Mad Boomalope. Oh no. Okay. So these guys you want to handle a little bit differently. This Stin's got a blade. I need him to get out of here now. With Boomalopes, you want to make sure that you are not melee attacking them. Oh no. Where are their guns? Did I leave their guns somewhere? Oh, maybe it's just because they're not drafted. Okay, we're good. We're good. Glenn drafted. Where is he? Okay, get over here. Where's that Boomalope? I'm gonna slow down time a little bit so I can get an idea of what's going on. Oh shoot, he's right over by our crops. Maybe if we run down here, Glenn, move down here, and if we can shoot at the Boomalope from down here. Did we hit him? We did not. Okay, that hit him. Alright, we got his attention. Glenn, move down here. Get out of dodge, buddy. Oh, shit. Alright, move down, move down. Shoot him. Come on, shoot him. Oh, God, right on the edge. Jesus Christ, Glenn. Glenn, get out of the fire. Put yourself out, Glenn. Come on, stop, drop, and roll, buddy. Shit. Shit. Come on, Glenn. Oh, god. Alright, there's a big fire now. So that's what happens when boomalopes get shot. Crap. Why is no one up and caring about this? I mean, you can't walk, I get that. Okay, Skepman, he still can't walk, right? He's paralyzed? Yeah, he's got, like, abasia. A neurological condition that makes a person unable to walk. It's in his head? Alright, that's fine. That's fine. I'm sorry you are afflicted with that. Seriously, dude, put out this fire. We're all gonna burn to death. It needs to start raining. Glenn, stop, drop, and roll. Oh my god, buddy. Yeah, you need to go back to the fire. I'm sorry. At least the boomalope will be cooked by the time it's done. Ari, get your butt out of bed. Oh my god. Yeah, fires need to be attended to. In situations like, see how there's big flames, try and get your colonists to surround it to keep it from spreading in one direction or another, because it spreads kind of equally at the same rate. Why aren't you doing anything? Put out the fire. And it's raining. Thank Jesus. Okay. The boomalope is dead. It's fresh. Yeah, so we can absolutely slaughter it and eat it. What? A child spy named... How in the shit am I supposed to pronounce that? Powuguo. Is crashing in a transport. If she survives the impact, she'll be badly wounded. Is from your enemy. She's from my enemy. Accord with Basalk. Basalk. You can capture her for recruitment or slavery purposes. Alright. Never a dull moment, I guess. Yeah, let's capture her. We have an empty bed. Okay. So, who isn't doing anything right now? Oh, that's Squealer. That's a pig person. She's not with us. She's just running around. Ari doing that. Stin's there. Glenn's here. Stin, do it. Stin, go grab this evil doer. Where is she? There she is. Capture. Okay. Neat. Well, curious to see what her stats might be like. Two in mining, so yeah. Social 5, medical 3, but she's got some inspiration in them, which is good. So hypothetically, I can think of these as skills that I can level up for her. She's a masochist, unfortunate. She likes to get hurt. Okay. So pain is a virtue. She'll enjoy getting hurt. She may even hurt herself if she goes and has a mental breakdown. Yeah. It needs to rain. There's a lot of fires. A monkey self-tames. So animals will self-tame just from being in proximity to you. And they become like pets. So now you can see next to Ollie, now we have Monkey 1 joined. And you can rename them. Yeah, the thing about them applies where they have the areas that you want to restrict them to. So keep that in mind when an animal self-tames. You want to check them. Go to your animals and check that they're in the allowed area, so they're not just wandering around. Because all of a sudden you'd be like, why am I cleaning shit out of our pantry? Like, why is that even a thing? And it's because, oh, we have a wild buffalo thing that's living in the pantry that just, because it doesn't have a restricted access. So, let's see. Spy, she has a crack in her pelvis, her right leg is cut. You can even see more details too. You can see the pain level, um, how bad the cut is, um, the bleeding percentage over time. And if you click info, it just, yeah, a cut. But sometimes there's more info. Blood loss. Just a crack. But sometimes there'll be more details, more interesting stuff as to what their ailment is. So he's got asthma, I guess. That's unfortunate. And a psychite dependency, yeah, but that's because of his genetics. What is she? She looks like she's got weird genetics too. Bio. Oh, she's a pig person. Okay. Ooh. Cargo pods landed and they contain just straight up gold. Damn. Okay, well, storage of that is we're gonna put gold inside, so search for gold into the storage area, click yes for there, click on this storage area, click no there. You can also decrease the zone area, the home zone area, so that it doesn't trigger them to run away from their work, even if it's just like a small fire starts um, in like a patch that you've made or something that was a home area. So you can go in later and actually remove the home area as well. Why are you inside? You shouldn't be that far inside. Oh, I know why. Clear home area. Oh, no. I want to clear allowed area, pet area. There. So the reason that's happening is, so if you have an allowed area, say this is the allowed pet area, and then I want to expand the allowed area, the other pet area, to like right here. If the dog is in this allowed pet area, that's over on this side, there we go, hold on. So, pet area. If the dog is in this allowed pet area, and you create another pet area over here and there's a gap, he can still move between the two. And will do so. But once he gets to that area, he won't explore outside of it, if that makes sense. So the only time that he will traverse out of the area is to go to another area, and then vice versa. But he won't, like, get stuck, so to speak. Or you aren't in a situation where you have to, like, create a path. You can create paths, and that does come up when you have nuclear fallout for like colonists, and you want to restrict their movements so that they only stay under roofed areas and don't get fallout on top of them. And then it's good to make paths because then they will never traverse outside of your designated area. They will only walk in designated spots, and that'll really help out. I had toxic fallout, and it rocked my world. I had no idea what to do. I looked some stuff up, found some really good tips, and it was no big deal. But at the time, it was like devastating. It was game breaking. I was like, this is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. It's ruined my colony. I'm so angry right now. And it lasted like 4 days, and I barely noticed when it was over, and yeah. Alright, we got another raid. Jeez, they're just hitting us with it. Look at this guy with the spikes on his head and everything. His name is Boss. Boss Trader is his name. What is this guy's story? He was a militant child. He was forced to train hand-to-hand combat and fighting tactics. He built small inventions? Okay. So he built, like, weapons, I guess? And then he was a lost Marine. Shortly after being promoted to a respected position in his plant's military, Boss disappeared without a trace. Later, he reappeared at the end of his own military force. No one knows why he became who he was. Bum, bum, bum. He's really good at shooting in melee. Jeez, look at him. He has gear. He has a knife. Steel knife. Oof, dangerous. He's good at crafting. He cannot do mining. That's ironic. Just, Jesus. He's a pessimist. He's kind. He's a jogger, and he is ugly. He even has an ugly gene. That's interesting. And he's a waster. So again, he's another one of those guys that's going to have the psychite addiction, and without getting that drug, he's going to, yeah, get messed up. And we have fires popping up like crazy. And he's just running in, too. Alright, well, gonna get shot at. That's what's gonna happen. Oh no. Alright, well, Ari, we need you on the field. Glenn, start melee attacking because you are gonna get rocked. Where's Stin? Stin, I need you in action right now. Boss is on the field and he's a child militant. Glenn's getting his butt kicked. Oh no, Glenn's down. He got messed up. He got stabbed in the torso, in the neck. He got cut in the torso and he got stabbed in the neck. Jesus. He's kidnapping him. Ari. Oh my god. Ari, come on, you need to land a shot. Stin, get in there. Oh, she landed one. Stin, come on, buddy. Run around the rocks. Oh, we got him down. Okay. Ari, quick. I need you to get to Glenn. Stin, I need you to capture Boss. Oh, we don't have an empty bed. Quick. Furniture, sleeping spot. Now there's a bed. Go. Capture him. We need to get that Glenn looked at because he got stabbed. And that's going to be Ari's job. So, boom. There we go. Tend him. What do you mean tend him without medicine? Oh, because she's drafted. So, because she's drafted, she will, like, sort of field medic, and she'll only use what she has on her. And picking up medicine would have been considered, like, a priority task or something like that, and that would be Um, something that you wouldn't do while you were drafted, because drafting is only about doing emergency tasks and what have you. Oh god, I can hear the fire burning. My god. Did he die? No, he's sleeping. Stin, undraft. Major break wrist is Stin. He's just losing it, probably from the fight and all that. Yeah, I know. There's fires all over. It needs to rain. Because right now it's not good. Squealer's doing nothing. What are you doing? Just running around. Yeah, no, the fire situation is not good. But I can't have people running out trying to put out a fire when they're super, super injured, because then they'll just get more injured. And see, it's raining. It is the rainforest, so there we go. The rain came. We'll be alright. The squealer fell asleep inside the ring of smoke and flame. Nice. Alright, so there was a fault in the conduit and it blew up our turbine. Oh my god. What? When did that happen? Okay. So our power exploded. So when you're building, and so once the research is done, once we get to researching, we're just surviving right now, jeez. Once we get to researching, we will have the ability to make batteries, and when you build batteries, you want to make sure that you separate them and that you give them some protection so that they don't get exposed to like outside fires like that and just explode. And I'll show you how I protect against fires, usually by just creating some sort of a floor of a couple tiles of like concrete or tile to work as a buffer. Still, you don't want fire to get anywhere near your batteries and your electronics. Glenn's out here talking to the pig woman. .3% chance to tame her. Jeez. We could just arrest her. That's always an option. I think. Get some travelers. Doesn't look like they have anything to trade. They're just wandering through. It happens. Travelers just stop by. They'll want food sometimes. They'll wander into your home. It's annoying. Major break. Okay, well, he's soaking wet, slept in cold. There is, okay, so this has to do with our religion. Yeah, I know, it's an ugly environment, you're recreation deprived, and you're, oh, what's the intense pain about? Probably the stab. Yeah. Pain plus 11%. That's, yeah, so he's got a number of reasons to be in pain. Hopefully he can get some rest and sleep it off. We have a quest here, and it's going to expire in 13 days. Let's see, a prisoner being held by our enemies has managed to steal a radio and call you. She's being held at a camp near us, under armed guard. We can rescue her, and she will join us. She's a 15-year-old test subject. She says that there's 2 turrets and a pig that defend the site, and Maybe an unknown threat. Where is it? It's actually kind of a distance. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like 10 tiles away, so it would take at least, I don't know, better part of a day to get there, if not more than a day. I don't think I can spare it right now. We'll see, though. We're not going to close out the mission. We're just going to... We have 13 days until it expires. It'll probably take us a day or two to get there, so I have about 10 days to figure out whether or not I want to go. I'm worried about my colonists. They could barely survive here, let alone if I send them out into the world. But that'll be interesting. I could show you how the process is for sending out colonists and sending out parties to go trade with other players. And you can travel anywhere, but it takes time, obviously, and they need food and resources, and you don't want them to run out there without enough because, yeah, they'll die. They'll and God knows what they might run into out there too. You'll run into numbers of things. Random things are going on, wandering around in the world. Well, he was starving, but it looks like someone went ahead and fed him. That's good. Hunter likes ranged weapon. Glenn doesn't have his gun anymore. Oh, he got knocked out. That's right. Shoot. Where did he drop his gun? The guy had some weed on him. That's funny. Some smoke leaf joints. Glenn got knocked out somewhere, and I can't remember where. And now my gun is missing. Shoot. I don't have my mod turned on that lets me find my items. So frustrating. Okay, well, there's a gun somewhere. Dang. Hey, Glenn had that rifle. He was fighting that guy. Oh, there it is. Okay. Glenn, pick up your rifle. Oh, pick up the rifle. Okay, so that's rebuilt. And we can rebuild the conduit. And then we'll have power to the cooler freezer again. And that'll keep our crops going. Stin is doing what? Cooking? Yeah. And that's good. So long as Stin's competent with the meals, we should be good. With the simple meals, they don't like eating raw food, but you can see as people are walking around, this area is getting dirty, and it's good to keep the area clean, because they will get food poisoning from dirty cooking areas. So it's good to always just sort of keep an eye on your cooking area and make sure that stays clean. We should add another prisoner bed instead of that sleeping spot on the ground. We have a lot of people eating food that are not contributing to the party right now. We have 3 people in the prison, and we have 2 people here that are incapacitated. They have a neurological condition where they can't walk. So 5 people eating, 3 people working to try and make food for them. At least Stin's re-sowing this area, and that's good. That's the other potato area. I'll get going. Potatoes are good because they have a really low requirement to be grown. Rice is good too. It grows slower. Corn is good as well. Hay grass is good for animals. Nutrifungus is a fungus that's got nutrients, but you can grow it in the darkness. It doesn't need light, so that's good if you don't have it light, or if your colonists don't want to be out in the light. And there's flowers, strawberries, fiber corn. It's interesting. Wonder if this makes cloth. An edible fibrous plant which produces a small amount of wood-like substance. That's interesting. So it creates something. So hops would be for the beer. Cotton would be for fabric. So cloth, that's good to have going as well. Oops, don't want to change. I didn't mean to change it. And then Tinctoria, that's new. Genetically engineered flower-like crop which secretes a self-altering dye. Oh, so it's the dye plant, Tinctoria. It's kind of like frogs, Tinctorius. Yeah, interesting. Nice. Well, we've got food being stored. We've got crops going. Soon we'll have smoke leaf, which is a good tradable item with other colonies that send in trading parties. It's good to trade with them. It'll make us some good money, and we can use it as to barter with. And also to help us get our ideology going. Well, everyone's gone to sleep, and I think it's time I probably went to sleep in real life too. So I'm going to go ahead and save, and we will call that a night.